Hello my friends, this is the video that I made on Alibaba just several days ago, to be precise on November the 10th of this year, when the price of this asset was, as you can see right here, at $166.34. And at this point, my main assumption was that we have to see another leg to the downside that should first of all retest the level of previous swing low, the bottom of the A wave, at the price point of $153.95, and depending on the reaction right after this retest, we can project the upcoming movements for this asset. And guys, take a look right here. We were somewhere at this point, 166 somewhere here point mark, and since I made my previous video, this asset went lower. It lost about 8.6% of its value. It retested this bottom to the tick and had the first reaction. And guys, this is another evidence of the power of technical analysis. And if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to receive the risk-free 100% money-back guarantee trade calls from my experience and from my personal trades, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account with limited time offer, Black Friday 50% discount. And guys, you've seen many of my trade calls, all delivering strong returns in just hours. Now it's your turn to trade smarter. Join my Safe Haven Patreon tier, built for traders who want consistency, structure, and real results. You will get a detailed plan to protect your portfolio, monthly one-on-one Zoom sessions with me, and private Discord access with all trade alerts, lessons, and exclusive updates. And here is the best part. If you don't earn more than your subscription price within 30 days, you will receive a full refund, no question asked, as long as your trading account balance is at least $2,500 and you've taken all the recommended trades during the period. No excuses, no fine print. You profit or you don't pay. Here are just a few of my trade results from the first half of October. But don't wait, this offer is available for a limited time only. Once the spots are filled, enrollment will close. Join today and let's start building your edge in the market.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
So, and let's begin today's video with some fundamentals. First of all, I want to pay attention to the general sentiment related to Baba stock. And to do so, just type in Google search bar Baba stock and switch to News tab folder. You will find several recent news. And let me show you this one. This article was published on tradingnews.com and it was published just 4 days ago. It's titled Alibaba Stock Price Forecast. Baba shares drops toward $153 as market pullback hits China tech. And let me show you a quite interesting part of this article. It is right here. Baba anchors growth around China's emerging AI architecture and the government's new energy subsidy regime. China's decision to cut energy costs for large data centers by as much as 50% fundamentally alters the cost base of Baba's cloud and AI ecosystem. The subsidies were triggered by developers struggling with high power consumption from older, less efficient chip architectures, chips that consume 30 to 50% more energy than NVIDIA class GPUs. For Alibaba, which reported 26% year-over-year cloud revenue expansion in the June of 2025 quarter, power is one of the largest operating inputs. These subsidies therefore widen the margin buffer precisely when Alibaba is scaling models built around smaller parameter AI architectures, SLMs, that run efficiently on non-cutting-edge silicon. This is Alibaba's strategic divergence from the US approach. Instead of pumping tens of hundreds of billions into increasingly large LLMs, China is developing an ecosystem that scales more task-oriented, energy-efficient models with immediate real-world use cases. This is not a limitation, it is an economical, forced innovation strategy shaped by export controls and energy economics. And guys, I told you multiple times that the next driver of Alibaba growth will be their cloud computing division, and definitely because of this and partially definitely because of their for now main business activities, the price of this asset grew from its lowest point from this point from $68 to the $191 within just 527 days. And definitely we are experiencing some kind of relief in this movement, and in a bigger scale, guys, it is not the end. Let me show you another quite interesting update. First of all, I want to pay attention to the most recent analytic reports. You can see that Citi and JP Morgan reiterated their rating. They set the price target at $218 and $240 respectively, which is highly above the current price of Alibaba at $157.7. So this is the list of so-called smart money investors. And here is the number of stocks which belongs to institutional investors. You can see that for the last several months, when the price of this asset, this black line rose, the number of institutional investors declined. Well, I don't want to say sharply, but substantially. And that is why, guys, the so-called retracement is on its path, and potentially we might see longer consolidation phase, but it doesn't mean that the growth will stop at this point. And on top of that, I want to pay attention to some major companies who trimmed their position. Previously, I told you, wait a second, I will show you somewhere here. It was, I believe, Citigroup, who trimmed their position by 17.36%, and they hedged their position with the call and put options. And I have to admit that some companies improved their position. Some companies added more and opened even new ones, like ARK Invest. You can see that they opened a new position with a value of more than $37.5 million. Right here, you can see that UBS Group also increased its position, and for now they hold $1.5 billion in value in Alibaba, and they increased their position by 19.6%. And yes, we can see quite mixed filings. For example, Jefferies Financial Group reduced its position by 74%, and they hold about less than $1 million in value in this stock right now. And yes, you can see that, for example, Wells Fargo increased its position by almost 60%. They hold almost $431 million. That is why, guys, you can see that these mixed filings makes me thinking that the consolidation phase is ongoing right now. And let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell, and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So, guys, let me explain you what should we expect in the upcoming days. First of all, if I turn off all the tools, you can see that we already formed the ABC correction, where the bottom of the C wave is lower than the bottom of the A wave. It is just a classical ABC, but the levels, in my opinion, should be a little bit deeper for the bottom of the C wave. And I believe this bottom will be formed right before the earnings report is published. And let me show you a trick that you can use in order to identify in which direction this asset might go. Here is the ticker symbol 9988. It is the same Alibaba Group Holding, but on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. And if you switch to hourly time frame, right here you can see that this asset is forming this structure. This is the level of support, clear level of support, and this is the level of resistance. Unfortunately, it is a descending triangle that usually breaks to the downside. And if this breakout happens in the upcoming days, we might have this movement to the downside straight away from the current price, or we might have a retest of this sloping line and then break out to the downside. In this case, somewhere here will be the level of accumulation, and it will be, let me show you, on Alibaba stock on the New York Stock Exchange. This will be the bottom of the C wave that potentially might land somewhere around $145. And then Wait a second. And then we have to see its next leg to the upside. Let's zoom out to, let's say, 4 hours time frame, and let me show you what I'm talking about. In this case, the bottom of the fourth wave will be somewhere here. For now, it is at this point, and then we have to form the top of the fifth wave. And this will be only, wait a second, this will be only the part of its movement to the upside. It will be the top of the third wave on a bigger scale. Then we will have a retracement. And then we have to have another leg to the upside that should land somewhere around from 250, maybe even to 280 or $90 marks. And yes, this type of choppy movement is quite interesting to catch. That is why, guys, if you want to know more about this type of upcoming events and upcoming actions, just subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon. So I think that's all, and see you guys in the next video. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium